This is Coogan Cassius Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella at the O2 here for the heavy duty final press
Our
conference.
second home.
What, this corner bit?
No, this.
Oh. Do you know what?
What an
This
arena.
is the best arena
It is, isn't it?
in London.
But if I say that, they might start putting the prices up at all the other ones we go to. So.
Oh. We've got loads of competition. That's a press conference. That's a press conference.
Wait till a press conference we could have next week.
Because we saw snippets of the build-up between this potential fight between Joshua and Whyte. First of all, I'm going to start with Tommy Gilmour. Did he have a point?
What, that Sky haven't been in touch with Gary Cornish?
I haven't been in touch, but it's like I kind of see what he was saying to a certain degree, that everything was kind of like Joshua.
Yeah, we've done a few news stories on Cornish, but at the end of the day, the reason that you have a promotional team is to promote your fighter. It's not necessarily my job and Sky's job to promote Gary Cornish full time. You know, have they given enough attention? Maybe not. But have his promoters done a good enough job selling Gary Cornish? Absolutely not. In fact, when we spoke to him, he just locked himself away and he's grafted through the whole camp. So, I don't know.
I think Tommy Gilmour said more there than Cornish has said the whole way through this. Anyway.
I think Tommy probably feels like Cornish has been disrespected and given little chance in the fight.
It didn't help with Dillian Whyte saying what he did either.
No. I think Dillian Whyte rattled Tommy Gilmour, to be honest with you. I don't think Tommy Gilmour planned to say that. I think Dillian Whyte rattled Tommy Gilmour, and then Tommy Gilmour came out with
Dillian Whyte set
Not
Morris
really,
next
but
to him
what are you
and
going to
said
do? You're going to tell Dillian Whyte? I mean, like, Dillian Whyte's a very outspoken individual.
Really?
Yeah. So, but that's part of his appeal. And, you know, again, you've got so many dynamics of Saturday night, haven't you? You've got Joshua Minto, Dylan Minto, you've got Joshua Cornish, you've got Dylan telling Cornish he's a bum and it won't go around. You've got Dylan telling AJ that he's going to KO Minto, then KO him. You've got Dylan telling Cornish that if Cornish KOs AJ, but apparently he ain't going to go around, then Dylan's going to KO him as well. So Dylan's going to KO everybody. And
you got AJ saying you're fighting on my undercard.
Yeah, yeah. And to be honest, it's good because AJ's, you know, sort of, it's all going off, and I'm thinking, do I want to call time on this press conference here? Because it's not about that fight at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So it would have been quite easy for me to step in and go, lads, we'll do this next week. But he just let it run.
You're more
but
that.
I'm thinking about AJ. I'm thinking, I wonder what he's going to say here.
I did
AJ
wonder.
can take care of himself.
I did wonder what he was going to, because Whyte was biting and biting and biting.
Yeah.
I did wonder what he was going to say. But
how did you think it went?
What did you make of his comments?
Verbal battle.
Dylan Whyte comments about AJ to be himself and
do you know what?
Things like that. What do you make of that?
I've only ever known one AJ. Like I mean, we're close. You know, we chat most days. I think I know him pretty well, and I'm not saying that AJ is this gospel singer and, you know, like human rights citizen and just like peacekeeper and good Samaritan, and because he's not. He's got a history. He's come up the hard way, and he's got a past. But one thing that AJ has done is he's turned his life around. You know, he went out, boxing saved him. He won Olympic gold. Now he's making his way as a pro. So, like, I think what Dylan's trying to say is you're a bad man. Don't try and act like you're all prim and proper. But I've never made any secrets of the fact that AJ's a bad man. Just watch him in the ring. And I hate to swear, but AJ's a bad motherfucker. I'm telling you. And
inside the ring, I think he's.
No, but listen. When you come from, Dylan's the same, right? It's not like me and you, Koo, come out of private school. Do you know what I mean?
Speak for yourself.
Well, did you go to private school?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Sorry to take that mirage away from you that you are from the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, you don't become tough. Like, I'm never going to be a tough guy. You're never going to be a tough guy. These people are tough guys because of the way they've been brought up, from what they've come from. So everyone's different, But they've both had to, find their way in life. They've both misbehaved. They've both been bad men growing up. But they've both, I would actually say they've both turned their life around. So I quite admire that, really. But there's no facade. And I always tell you, in boxing, it's full of good people trying to be bad. But AJ is a bad guy trying to be good. So, and there's no fakeness. That's him. But is there another side? Yeah, you're damn right.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I would hate to be on the other side of it.
But in comparison to, these rivalries that we love to see in boxing, the Foxgroves thing.
This is probably the most bitter rivalry you will ever see.
But there's a lot of deep stuff going on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't like you said you weren't respecting my career. Like, things have happened. And this goes back a long, long way.
We're not going to just see one of them moments. Sorry.
Public school or no public school, I'll take your head off. No, it's going to be... And listen, just talking about you.
Oi, you okay? Yeah.
I was going to come and push you over the boat. At
the end of the day, I'm a promoter. This is a dream. But let's just...
Wind it in a bit?
I know, we haven't got there yet. We've got a long way to go. But let's just remember, this is not the Wild West.
Let's also remember that boxing is an entertainment industry as well as a sport.
And you'll get entertainment all the time.
Oh, I'm just saying.
But what I'm not having is two geezers rolling around and using terrible language and bringing the sport into disrepute. Because one of the main reasons is that, because if they are rolling around, who's going to be in the middle getting stamped on is me. That public school boy Eddie taking a beating. You're quite looking forward to that.
No, well, I am.
Listen, it's going to be everything you want, because I know what you want. You want controversy, you want views, and you're going to get it in bundles. But they both got to win on Saturday night.
Obviously.
Can you imagine if AJ gets chinned by Cornish? We'll just be going, no.
I was talking to Andy Scott about this earlier on. I think they should have at every Joshua fight Hearn cam, because listen,
or Hearn heart rate cam.
Heart rate cam. I don't wish anyone to lose anything, but if Joshua was to lose, I think
I'd love to know
jump
my
off a
heart
bridge
rate on some of these fights. It might give away how much I care for each fighter. One's decking him and it's like 82 beats per minute, and then the other one's 140.
Comes back to my point about Southpaw.
Me having favourites.
Southpaw.
What, 50 Cent?
In with a champ.
Out with a champ.
Honestly, if Cornish beats Joshua, I can
Don't
see
be surprised to see me arm in arm.
Gary Cornish
down the
some
Gauchos at O2. Come on, Gary, let's go for a steak, son. We need to get Adam Smith and Ed Robinson back for that. We got some really good comments about that, didn't we?
I think people kind of, because you obviously just will say what you want about Brooke, but
no one changed their opinion on me, but they got some good context.
Yeah, but more people agreed with what they said.
I think actually that I was right. And you know me, Coogan. If I'm wrong, I always admit I'm wrong.
Yeah, obviously. Thinking about that yesterday, I can't agree with you that I think he will beat any welterweight out there.
But we're taking it fight by fight, aren't we? So it's not a case of maybe. I'm saying to you, who wins? Not maybe. Just pick one. Yeah.
All right.
So Brooke Bradley. We're going over this again, but Brooke Bradley. You've got to pick one. Who do you think in your heart of heart wins? If you want to say Bradley, don't worry. We'll never do another interview, but it doesn't matter. No, but seriously.
Do you know what I think people's problem with what you said is?
Go on.
It's the fact that Brooks' last three opponents, Jojo Dan, this is what I've read, so this is what I know that's what they think.
Yeah.
Jojo Dan, Frankie Gavin and Diego Chavez. And then you're saying he'd beat any welterweight in the world. Can you see why people will get disgruntled with that?
People were ranting and raving, and Sean Porter was one of the top 3, 4, 5 welterweights in the world. He beat him pretty easy. And by the way, Kell Brook's last 4 opponents, Sean Porter, Jojo Dan, mandatory, Frankie Gavin and Diego Chavez. Is it really that bad? I mean, it's all right for Tim Bradley to fight Chavez last fight.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's bad.
But not
I'm not
Kell
saying
Brook.
it's bad, but you're chasing... You're
We're
saying...
chasing them because we've got to get them. And it's hard to get him because they know how good Kell Brook is. But he'll beat them all.
Oh, wait and see. Listen.
You'll see.
Right,
You will see.
All right.
I feel very passionate about this.
All right.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for him to be in them fights. When he's smashing Tim Bradley all over the ring, he goes over, he wants to go to America and smash Keith Thurman everywhere. Fucking, you're going to see it, mate. This is a special kid. And then he's going to move up to 154, and then he can have Canelo, all of them. I'm buzzing. Roll on Saturday. But how good are these fights? Like, even like, I mean,
Do you know what?
Charlie Edwards against Louis Norman.
That's-
But how good is that fight? I mean, you know, John Wayne Hibbert against Dave Ryan. How good is that fight? Boylan against Connor. Martin against... I mean, these are like... I know some of them are trade fights, but... You know, this place is going to be jumping on Saturday night.
It's weird, isn't it? It's called heavy duty, and you've got literally like the flyweights right at the bottom of the... How many British flyweights are there, do you know?
If there's 20... No, there isn't 20.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at it. You listening? I'm glad you're there now, not 5 minutes ago. Whoa. Come on, listen. I'm not saying, you know, that I've called the shots around AJ, but I've got to go because AJ's here.
Thank you very much.
Good, yeah.